greatest inspiring things that I loved about Goku when he was in Dragon Ball. Even when he was crippled, even when he was down on the ground, even when his opponent was like on top of him, about to finish him, and oh, oh, and you think, oh no, what's gonna happen now? What's gonna happen now? I mean, that was Goku. That was Goku of saying, no, I'm never gonna give up. I'm never gonna give up. And you know what? He won. He won in the end. Even he was crippled. And that is something to that for us Dragon Ball fans to be, I'll just say this. It's admirable of what Goku did in that point when he was fighting against Piccolo in near the end of the series, and not just those things. He Goku fought against a freaking army. He fought against oh, give me a second. The Red. Let's see. There was obviously the whole part with Pilaf, but they're all gag characters. There was the Red Ribbon Army, which I thought was freaking cool. I mean, this little boy managed to take down the strongest army in the freaking world. That which I thought was funny, but admirable because I mean, come on, Goku was an naive, stupid little kid, and I mean, every one of his friends was like saying, "Oh, what's he gonna do? We have to go and help Goku." But when they find out that Goku actually defeated the Red Ribbon Army, everyone was like, "What?" And and when it came to Dragon Ball Z, Goku didn't find out about that it was him who actually killed his grandfather. Like Goku himself. In Dragon Ball, it tells us that Goku was the one who accidentally stepped on his grandfather, and when Goku put two and two together with Vegeta when he was fighting, Goku finds out that he was the one. Goku himself was the one who's actually stepped on his grandfather, and he felt so bad about it. And to be honest, I wish they would have show more about that stuff. But uh, let's see what else there was the rivalry with Tenshin on. There was Bulma. We lost the voice actor of Bulma. Um, I think it was like in 2008, 2016, 17. I can't remember, but yeah, we lost the voice actor of Bulma, like when the Tournament of Power came out, and that was gut wrenching. That was because we lost Japanese Bulma. Uh, and there was also the Demon King Piccolo, where he had to no, so let's go back to the rivalry with Tenshinhan. Um, Goku has had like rivals in the past, but this was like school versus school, and like the best pupil versus the best pupil. Who's gonna win? And yeah, if it wasn't for that van, Goku would have won. But both the students, did their absolute best to win against each other, and that's also another lesson that I absolutely love when it comes to Dragon Ball. The fact that Master Roshi and other characters wants Goku to lose, so that way he can have that motivation to say, oh, okay, I lost this time, but next time I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win this guy next time, because um that um, excuse me. Where was it? Yes. When it comes to Master Roshi, um, is our philosophy. Well, not philosophy, but he wanted to teach Goku that there's always going to be people out there who's going to be much more stronger than you, but that's okay. You can, even if you lose, you can get better for next time, and beat this person. Um uh, and this has happened throughout the entire series of Dragon Ball. Not Dragon Ball Z, but more like Dragon Ball. Like, oh, Goku lost against Jackie Chan. Oh, he lost against Ten Shinhan. Um, he lost against um King Piccolo the first time. Yeah, he did win against like Piccolo, but he was more like a villain instead of like being a martial artist. But it's when Piccolo is like reincarnated and this is okay. We're gonna do this in the World Martial Arts Tournament, and I am the reincarnation. And when Goku finally won against Piccolo, he was like the champion of the world, and all this time that ever. All the time throughout Dragon Ball, and he kept on losing, but he kept on coming back, he kept losing, coming back. But once he won that tournament against Piccolo, and he was crowned the champion of the world. I mean, it just felt so freaking good. The fact that he went through all these trials, he went through like all this. No, well, he went through outbreak. He. Sorry, I'm getting overexcited. Sorry, I'm getting overexcited. I do apologize. By the way, I'm not editing this. um, what was I? Yes. He was crippled. He went through all this all this stuff that he went through at the series, and Goku came out on top in the end of the original Dragon Ball, and we was all happy for Goku. He won. He won against the bad guys. The world is more or less safe, and he's like the strongest. Like he's the second. No, he's the most powerful being on Earth at the time, and like Piccolo was out there somewhere, and he says, "Okay, I need you around because I need a rival to fight," and I mean I just love how Goku just gave Piccolo a senzu bean. I mean some people would say, "Well, let's seal him away before he wakes up," but Goku wanted Piccolo around so he could get better. I mean, yeah, it depends like on the what's it called, the on I think on the translation or people have been saying. Some people say that he needs a rival to get him stronger, or there was some people says he wants he can change, which we could see, because when it comes to like Piccolo, he wasn't like his father. Goku could see that, so it was a combination of like he wants to fight Piccolo again, but he could also see that Piccolo wasn't like the evil monster like he used to be. And the thing is, we in the West didn't see Goku in the beginning, and that was and to be fair, I'm actually going to make a video about. Okay, I'm not promoting anything, but I'll make a video about that, about that subject. But it's I think I think I don't think Goku was actually the main focus when it comes to us. I think our main focus was always on Gohan, because we was like, okay, we wasn't like roughly around the same age as because he was like around like 4 or 5 years old, and we was like like kids to teenagers when Gohan was like that kid where we can like relate to him a little bit. And it was mostly with Gohan that we was always with, and Goku was like um Goku would die and he would be like on Snake Way, and we had to go onto like Gohan's adventure. Like, okay, we're gonna follow him around. We're gonna see like what he's gonna do. And you know what, I think it was actually a sort of like good balance when it comes to Dragon Ball, because I mean, yeah, we love Goku, but it was also Gohan too, and we had to see what he would do on his adventures. And there was like so many complications when it comes to God. I mean, lots of people will has made videos of like, okay, he's not like his dad, and he doesn't want to fight, blah blah blah. He's not like his father and all that stuff, but he fights so nobody will get hurt. And that's fine, that's fine. Um, there's so many characters that goes through like all these these character developments and all these like things. I mean, even like the bad guys, even the bad guys like Piccolo and Vegeta, the androids, Fat Boo, and even freaking Frieza. I mean, yeah, you could say that he's not a good guy, but you know what? We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, yes, Dragon Ball Z, uh, introduced us to new elements that we never really thought about before. Because when we was like watching like Western stuff, it's like okay, so there's a right and a wrong, good versus evil, blah 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 blah. And Dragon Ball Z, the other two like go good versus evil, but Dragon Ball Z also gave well, the Dragon Ball franchise also exposed us to, you know, new elements. It gave us so many new things that we never really thought about before. Like, oh, this guy has killed like loads of people, but like you know like Vegeta's killed like loads of people, but throughout the series he has changed, and that was like a new introduction to us, like somebody that was so evil, someone who like killed people because they could. He changed for the better, and that was like one of the one of the greatest things about Dragon Ball Z. We saw the character developments from I do apologize for that. For Piccolo, which even though we haven't seen the original Dragon Ball yet, there was Vegeta, Gohan. Um, I don't think Goku really didn't really change other than he went like Super Saiyan one. No, it was okay. He's training and he was going these transformations and he's fighting with the bad guys. And we learned so much when it comes to these characters, and not just like like the story and all stuff, but there was also the cool music. Um, I mean, I will never ever get the Captain Ginyu tell you in a second, the Captain Ginyu theme out of my head. I love the Ginyu Force theme song from the Funimation series, and the introduction to like Kid Buu and Brian Drummond as Vegeta. I mean, come on, the music, the voices. I mean, I could make a freaking essay saying all the things that they did. Yeah, I know, and and I know GT like was like made by Akira. Yeah, he says okay, this is what you can do, and I'm out of it, and that was it. And when he came back after the old Dragon Ball Evolution fiasco, he made Dragon Ball Ball of Gods. I was like, oh cool, that's gonna happen, and I didn't realize it was in theaters. I didn't realize in theaters, and but when Resurrection of was gonna be was gonna come out, I was like, oh come on, seriously, they're bringing back Frieza. I mean, no disrespect, but come on, Frieza. It took Goku years to get up to this point to get as powerful he is, and Frieza is going to fight Goku. Seriously, I don't think many people was like really happy about that, but um, I mean, come on, seriously. But when it came to like Broly and superhero, those two were freaking awesome. I mean, especially Broly. Uh, so yeah, I mean, after Ball of Gods came out, everything was history. Um, now, after like Dragon Ball Z came out, um, after like Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT stopped. That was it. It was like going about our day, just doing other things, and obviously they brought out like the DVDs which have got over there, and we were on our lives, and then YouTube came along, and and there was like a few people that was like talking about like anime and Dragon Ball Z, and okay, I mean it was too early, but I mean as time went on, when YouTube came out, there was people making videos about Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, ooh, so I wonder what this guy thinks about Goku, or what this guy think about like what's the top 10 characters or something, like you know what I'm trying to say, and I mean that's what people was talking about when it came to Dragon Ball Z. Says, oh well, these were my favorite characters, and I like Dragon Ball Z, I like this and like that, blah 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 blah, and many people many fans of Dragon Ball Z, we found like all these people like on the internet, like, because I mean the internet was really young back in the day, and and like there was like fan sites. There was sites of like how powerful a character was, and like information about all these characters. I mean, after when like the Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, was all gone, and we did also have like the movies, like on Cartoon Network, and we had like the big green dub, which was kind of cringe, but looking at it back now, I think it was like a cringe okay, but I was like so like into Dragon Ball Z. Or whenever I ever came across a computer like in the library or or at school, I would always like print the like pieces of paper of information and put it like into this folder I've got at the back, and I was such I am such a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. I just wanted to collect more and more like information about the series, and um there was also like information on characters I've never actually seen before. There was obviously there was information about uh, which series I can't remember which episodes. I think it was like God Junior, then World's Strongest, Tree of Might, Lord Slug, and then Cooler's Revenge. I mean, those were like I'll take in a second. Those were I did like I did see those, but I mean I just couldn't watch them half the time simply because of the voice was just so freaking terrible. Um, the big green dub was bad. It was really bad. Um, so what was I? Yes. Um, so yeah, I mean from God Junior to like Return of Cooler. Um, I I found like more information about Broly and Janimba and Hachiak and there was even this little piece of information that Turles was actually Goku's twin brother. I mean, it's true. I saw it on I saw it on this website. It says like, oh, Turles is the twin of Goku. I'm like, really? Goku's got a twin brother, but apparently it isn't. It's just like lower class Saiyans like have a is more like a genetic thing, which I find freaking ridiculous. But yeah, that's the way things are. Anyways, uh, so I mean, there was like music videos like AMVs with like Vegeta, and there was like I remember this one episode, not episode. There was this one what's it called, website that was like about like Dragon Balls, like all the power levels and like the information about the character, and throughout break of when I was in school to whatever computer I could have at the time. Like I mean, we used to have like a home computer, and whenever chance I got, I would always try to like look up on stuff on Dragon Ball Z. But now I've got my own computer, as you guys can see. Um, excuse me. So yeah, when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, like I always have like having the best time of my life when it comes to like getting some more information about Dragon Ball Z, and then slowly but surely I would like go off to like other things like excuse me, um I mean I'll go to like go to like other anime like Full Metal Alchemist, Bleach, Ghost of the Shell. I was checking out, trying to find other series just like Dragon Ball Z, because I love Dragon Ball Z so much. I wanted to like experience Dragon Ball Z again through all these other series that I saw on TV years ago, and even though these other shows couldn't all the well, I won't say like all the candle, but um all these series, anime series and movies, even I mean Full Metal Alchemist, Akira, Ghost in the Shell, they're all good in their own right. Same with Dragon Ball Z. I mean, that series is good in its own right, and I mean, comparing them would be like apples and oranges. it isn't fair. And you know, I would say that Full Metal Alchemist is great in terms of how do I say this? Oh, anyways, listen. What I'm trying to get at is that every single anime and every single series, anime, and all that stuff is going to be completely different. And there are series that I've actually fell in love with more than when it comes to like Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, okay, okay. I'm not disrespecting Dragon Ball Z, but you know what I'm trying to say. Because I was like watching other series, saying what like like Trigon, Cowboy Bebop, uh, all sorts of anime, all sorts of anime. And I just couldn't get enough. I kept on going. I wanted to watch more and more and more and more, and I ended up with like all this anime I've got in here. And I just wanted to watch more and more, and and it was just so freaking cool just to like watch all these cool shows. Gurren Lagann. There was the Gundam Wing series, the Guyver, all sorts of series. But like I haven't like watched anything like recent after 2015. Um, but yeah. So anyways, as like YouTube like got more mature and more people was like doing reviews, and people's like starting to like do reviews on like anime and reviews because there was like the Nostalgia Critic and like all these other reviews that was like doing all sorts of stuff like that, and again like the AMVs and stuff like that. And there was also this this series called um Dra- um Super Mario Brothers Z. Do you guys remember that? Um, you could tell that they took a lot of inspiration from Dragon Ball Z and and in the fights now, because it was so freaking cool because the power going yeah, that's that series took a lot from Dragon Ball Z, and it's not just that. Loads of series, loads of series and episodes and movies has taken inspiration from Dragon Ball Z and referenced Dragon Ball Z. Um, it was in Gumball, it was in My Little Pony. Like there's like all sorts of media that has taken inspiration from Dragon Ball Z, and and you can see that like many people who watch Dragon Ball Z, put like these references into their shows as a sign of respect and all that stuff. Where was it? Yes. So, I'm gonna track. Um, and you know, as the years went on, again there was like the AMVs, there was websites talking about this sort of stuff, and of course we had YouTubers, Dragon Ball YouTubers, talking about Dragon Ball Z, like see there was Team. Oh, sorry, there was Team Four Star. Come on, those guys, you know, these guys brought Dragon Ball Z back in a funny way. These guys, revived the series. Okay, not like literally, but more like it was showing Dragon Ball Z in a funny way, and they did it fan freaking tastic. I mean, loads of people, absolutely love Dragon Ball Z abridged, and they still do. And I think it came out in like 2008. I think 2000. I can't remember, but it was very early on in the it was very early on in in YouTube's history, and like loads of people was doing a bridge series, loads of people, and there was Masako X and oh, what was his name? What was his name? There was Masako X and some other dude that was doing the Naruto bridge series. There was the Gansa bridge series, which was great back in the day. Let's see what else is there. Anyways, yes, Team Four Star did like they did a lot of episodes when it comes to Dragon Ball Z and in their bridge series, and they did a great job. And every time they brought out a episode, I was so excited to watch it, and I just couldn't get over how smart and funny they could be when it comes to them, like, making jokes in the series. I mean, it was like watching Dragon Ball Z all over again in a funny way, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it wasn't just like Team Four Star, but there was like other YouTubers talking about Dragon Ball Z, like, oh, this is the top 10 episodes. This is the this is the top 10 characters. And not like as in like what Team Four Star was doing. I mean, yeah, they did the like DB Sempers like in 2014, 13, I think. But there was like other YouTubers that was like talking about Dragon Ball Z, like, um man, it's been like years. I can't remember all, but yeah, there was people like, making videos about Dragon Ball Z, AMVs, and and stuff like that, and there was like showing their passion as to why they love the series, and it just blew my mind that there was so many people talking about Dragon Ball Z. Years later, after when the series stopped, and I think it stopped in 2005, um and people was like talking about Dragon Ball Z. I think it was in 2008, and okay, was it 2000? You guys know you guys know exactly what I'm trying to say. So, um, you had many YouTubers talking about Dragon Ball Z, like, again with Geekdom, um, okay, no disrespect, but I can't think of it on the top of my head. It's been like a very very long time. I do apologize. Okay, I do apologize, but the early Dragon Ball Z YouTubers will talk about as to why they like the series, and yeah, there was a decent little fan base when it came to like Dragon Ball Z on YouTube back in the day, but Team Four Star, brought back the Dragon Ball fandom. Okay, they didn't bring it back, but more like it grew and grew over time, and bringing back all fans watching the Bridge series, and it was great. It was great seeing like the audience when they went to like those con things, going to those con things, and people just reacting to them. I was like, oh, this is great. This is, like, having like an whole audience like react to a few episodes. It was great. It really was great. So, um, so yeah, I mean, obviously they it was like talk about the series, saying what they liked about, blah 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 blah, and of course you had like T4 Stars the top 10 iconic moments, sorry, the top 25 iconic moments, the villains, again, on the top of my head, I do apologize. They did like a lot of DB Sembers, and I'll never forget. I'll never forget the good times I had with Team Four Star. Uh, it was absolutely fantastic. But but when 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 but there was also one other thing that absolutely blew up the internet, and that was Goku versus Superman, the first fight made by Death Battle or Screw Attack. And if you were to look on the view count now, the view count is over 40 over 45 million views. That episode of Death Battle, you know, blew the freaking internet. It broke the internet, and I mean, to this day, it's still good for. I mean, yeah, it's got like a few things that are wrong there and there, but still, I mean, it was still a really good episode. It really was, and I never saw anything like that in my life. I don't think I was like I think I'm not sure, but I think Goku vs Superman was the first episode I saw of Death Ball, I think, and I was like, wait a second, how are they making these characters talk to each other? How are they doing this? How do they do that? How do they make the animation? What's going on? I mean, is this an episode? What's going on here? I just loved the interactions when it came to the characters of Goku versus Superman in